Hey, and thank you for clicking play, and happy Christmas Eve to everyone, and I hope you're enjoying some good family time, traditions, whatever. Here's a tradition that started in 2019 thanks to one of my nephews, and it's Fireball. That's a Christmas tradition now. So yeah, that nephew knows who he is. 2019, an ancient tradition started in 2019. Fireball on Christmas. No regrets. So here's to you. And yours. Now to something a bit older. Oh, I forget how insane that stuff is. This is both Happy Christmas, but it's also Happy Doscember. Because what I want to do today is give you both a Christmas video and my Doscember video. Getting just in time for Doscember. And so let's see what's in here, and I'll link it into a nostalgia story, and then we'll get into the crutch of the Doscember part of it. So what I've got in here, let's build a story first, is this goes back about 30 years. So this is a repurchase, and I haven't tried this yet, of my first PC joystick. For my first PC, my used 386DX, told that story many times. This is a quick shot QS113. The box, it was the other box. There's two different box styles. It was the other box style that I had. That doesn't bother me. But now, along with Doscember, is a good time to see if we can get this working with a very special game with a Christmas story linked to it. So I've yet to use that. And the game in question is a bit of a blurred memory as to whether I first used this joystick or whether at the same time as I purchased the game, I purchased the next joystick, because I do know I had a sound card by the time I played this particular game. But this was still the first joystick I had on my PC, so we'll certainly have a look at that. What else is in the Christmas stocking? I didn't show you the Christmas stocking. That's where I pulled the joystick from. The next one, you guys have already seen, because I've already done a video on it, and transparency, this is just the box. The joystick isn't in this one, because it's already out. And that's the Super Warrior. So that's the other joystick that I think potentially I used with this particular game. And I believe this should have... So now it came with a CD. Yes, it does. So while it did come with a CD, it also came with, most importantly, because the one I got back in the day didn't have a CD, it just had this, the floppy disk for the DOS drivers. Very important. So we're going to need that. Same with that other one. Didn't check that the disk's in that other one. Let's hope it is. So the game in question is this, and it goes back 30 years. 1993 would have been when I picked up my original copy, and it was the first retail game I bought for my PC, and it's X-Wing. A game I have mentioned before, but we haven't installed it on the 386, and we haven't installed it from the original discs, which are in this box. And now what's the Christmas link here other than Xmas, X-Wing? It's not that bad. Basically, the Christmas link here is that 30 years ago, would have been this Christmas, I would have gone on a Christmas shopping trip with my parents to Lakeside in Thurrock. And I remember, it might have been an early electronics boutique, I honestly can't remember, but basically in Lakeside in Thurrock, there's the central walkway that then goes down towards the riverfront, and where they used to have a market area, an indoor market area. And there's a shop. As you go towards that walkway, so still within the main shopping centre, on the left-hand side, facing towards the river, on the left-hand side was a computer shop. I swear that's where it was. And that's where, on this particular Christmas shopping trip with my parents, I spent some of my birthday money and got X-Wing, which I absolutely loved. So, happy Christmas. That's the Christmas story for you this year. But for December, I just want to sit down and install this from original floppy disks, and let's see if we can get it working with one or two of these joysticks. So a nice little Christmas bundle there to get going. Let's get into it. Okay, so here we are in front of the 386, and I'm actually going to swing you around to just look at this, because what I'm actually going to do is just capture the sounds and the imagery of installing X-Wing directly from original discs. There's some extra discs in this one for the expansions, but I'm actually just going to install the base game today. So we've got the discs, we've got the manual, beautiful, we've got the key card, and there we go. Everything else that's in there is B-Wing and Imperial Pursuit, so we won't need those today. And some CDs for X-Wing versus TIE Fighter, and all of that is in this same box. Alright, let's get it installed. Well, I'm actually surprised, and sorry for moving the microphone in the middle of that intro to a better spot. But back in the day, this was a pain in the butt to get it working with sound because of the need for so much bass RAM. And what I'm pleased to see here is probably because the auto exeg and config.sys files on this machine are already fairly well set up, I haven't needed to push anything up into higher memory for this to work straight away off the install. Not the same experience I had back in 1993, I can tell you. It was a bitter battle that taught me a lot about setting up for DOS gaming. See if we can get my first joystick working, and let's get into it. So look, thanks for joining me on this. Full transparency, you know I like to get first impressions of things. There's a lot of footage that's going to get cut. That's probably a good thing, because the video would have gone for too long. Anyway, the camera refocuses because of what's happening on the screen. But the main reason is there was no audio. If you accidentally hit the wrong button on this camera, it goes into a slow-mo recording mode and doesn't record any audio. So I do apologise for that, but like I said, that's probably a good thing. A quick recap on what you will have missed out on. One was the unpacking of this. So a quick bit of overlay here. I can at least put that in where I unbox this for the first time on camera, which I hadn't done before. So good to have the first PC joystick that I ever had back again. That's fantastic. But what you'll have also missed out on is me testing several things because I couldn't get either of these two joysticks working. And I know for a fact that my Super Warrior works fine. So a bit of troubleshooting to be done. Possibly it's the MIDI interface on this sound card, or it could be a setup issue within the DOS environment itself. I initially thought I needed a DOS driver disc for a joystick, but actually quick bit of research, and as long as it's no more than 4 buttons, you don't need a driver disc. And the disc that came with the Super Warrior, because there is a floppy disk in this box, there's no floppy disk in this box. There is a floppy disk in this box, but it's still a Windows only driver. So no DOS driver discs, and I'm not expecting to find one actually. I couldn't remember either way whether I should or I shouldn't. But that's where we're at. So there will be a part 2 where I basically get the joystick working and we'll have a first play, but this has been enough for today. Thank you so much for watching. It's been one of those days, it really has, and it's only when I came to edit it that I realised I was missing audio on those last 2 bits of footage. That's fine. What we've done is we've relived installing the game, and whilst I didn't have DOS issues with sound, I have encountered issues with the controller, the joysticks. So actually it's been a very real nostalgia trip in terms of, in DOS, things are just not always simple, and you have to go tinkering and you have to go playing around before you can get things working. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great Christmas, and I'll see you in 2024. Yeah, have a good one. Thanks.